I'm an accountant. I'm a chartered accountant. So why am I in banking? I think that's the question to ask me. Because it's the bedrock of any economy. And I was particularly inspired by my mentor, who is who was at a point the governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria. He was also my managing director in the bank, Chief Joseph Sanusi, and I was just impressed by his. And you know, one thing about banking also is that it makes you modest. And those were the things that I saw in him, and I said, wow, this is what I want to be, a banker. Most failures in life are people who quit the stage when they didn't know how close they were to success. At a point in my life, in my career, I got so disillusioned that I felt like leaving, quitting. I had been on the same grade as a deputy general manager for 10 years. There was nowhere else to go. I looked forward to being appointed onto the board as an executive director, and it just wasn't happening. And I had people whom I helped to recruit into the institution, moving above me and being appointed, directors, ministers, and I felt that's it. I was going to quit. But I had the support of my wife, my darling wife, who kept on saying, no, don't. And honestly, just at the last moment of taking that decision, which I would have regretted, I got an appointment to become an executive director in the bank. And 6 months after that, I became the group managing director, which means that if I had quit 6 months earlier, I missed the opportunity and I would not be here today. The most interesting thing in my present role is the fact that I am taking over this role at the most challenging times in the history of the bank. My bank is about 116 years old, and you have an institution with that kind of history. It goes through cycles. We are at a period in the history of the bank when we need to rejuvenate. We need to look at the past, look at the future, and fine-tune the institution. And that challenges me a lot. I am somebody who believes that things cannot be done the way it was done yesterday. You've got to continue to reinvent yourself. So I'm going through that. And in doing all that, you wake up, it's a different assignment. You wake up today is different from what you did yesterday. And it challenges me a lot. If you believe in yourself as a leader, you should strive as much as possible and take pride, and this is what I do, in not taking fully baked materials because it's difficult to mold them. I like to take them very young, drive the passion that I have into them. And what you get is 10 times what you would get from the so-called fully baked people. So my leadership style is participatory. I encourage the young and I allow them to make mistakes. And I forgive them for those mistakes. Because when he makes mistakes, he learns from those mistakes, he will never make them again. When you run a banking institution, you cannot stand a test of time or a test of close scrutiny if you don't have good corporate governance. It doesn't matter where you got it from. It doesn't matter whether you can explain the source of the wealth. If it's above your earnings as a banker, you are getting it wrong. Fire the person. No good bank can stand a test of time if it's built on weak corporate governance, if it's also managed by people who lack integrity. It's not just enough for you to have integrity. You must have top level integrity. If you look at banks that have failed, beneath it is people who have ruined the institutions due to their sharp practices, lack of integrity, weak corporate governance, domineering leaders, and so on. It runs through. You can't get away with it. You've got to be able to prove that you have integrity and you have strong corporate governance, and you can't run away from it. It's so fundamental. What will drive change in the banking sector in the next 10 years? I think we need to move away from the mindset that the bigger you are as an institution, the better. It's not about size. And I'm talking about banks particularly. We've been coming from an era in which there was a craze for size. People went on to raise capitals that they never needed. forgetting the basic principle that there is a theory of optimum capital requirement. And when you have too much money on your hands, your risk appetite tends to increase. And that's what happened. Now you tend to go into things and areas that are not in any way banking related. And so what will define the future is how much we have learned from the history and experiences of the past in building a robust risk management framework for the future.